Hello everyone out there in the big wide world of the internet, you digital pixels you. I'm Ben Rosenthal and this is Hack the Dino episode 56. Normally I've got Dan McGuinness sitting next to me as we record in here, or Greenlight Comics, as people who don't call it here like to say. But Dan is working tonight, which means he's just over yonder, which means we've got a very special co-host. Co-hest?
Co-hest.
He's a co-hest.
Co-hest.
He's the co-hestest of the hest.
This is going to be the whole show.
And his name is our very own millennial falcon, Mr. Brayden Dixon.
Hello. I am on the show.
You're on the show. Yeah, you're on the other side of the camera.
Yeah.
It's even more weird is you're not monitoring it, so I can see myself.
Just there. Yeah, so I've got the screen flipped around so that I can keep track of it in case anything does go wrong.
I really like the gleam coming off the top of my bald old man head.
I'll fix it in post. It's fine.
Just put a goblin on it.
I'm doing
Or a hat.
now.
Oh
instantly.
man, we should put a hat on me.
Just the whole show?
Just a digital hat.
I'll try and do the tracking and everything. Oh, I'll do it for at least this scene.
Keep
That's
talking.
fine.
So what have you been up to, bro? Oh, I was going to draw a hat. Oh well.
I can, with the wonders of the internet and like editing software, I can do
Ben,
anything.
now with hat.
Ding.
Anyway, what's new? What's shaking? What's happening? What's it like to be on this side of the desk?
This is weird, but it's cool. I like it. We're in a slightly different spot.
Yes,
than
we
where
had
normally are.
we had to change because people were complaining about us hogging up the whole store, and they wanted to get their books.
Yeah, like I don't know if you want to get to the horror section, you should get past some creepy guys. Is that not how comics work? You got to earn it.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been crazy busy with work and everything, but I did get a day off and I got to play a bunch of Red Dead 2.
Sweet. We'll get into that in just a second, but first, coming up on this episode 56 of your favorite nonsense variety show. That's right, I've settled on a slogan. We're a nonsense variety show coming at you every fortnight. Hack the Dino. Check us out on the YouTube, which
Where
you probably are
if you're watching this.
unless you're listening to the podcast and on
Hi, audio
Spotify.
listeners.
Coming up, oh man, I'm doing well.
You'll get there one day.
Are Overwatch devs introducing storylines to Overwatch?
Ooh.
Which game has joined the 100 million copies sold club?
That's a lot.
That is. There's only 3 games in history that have done it.
Okay, yep.
And lastly, topic of the show, what a millennial thinks of some of the games I grew up playing.
Yep.
I've given you a list.
This is gonna be. It's gonna be so bad for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Brayden's totally getting a busted nose.
Yeah, 100%.
Anyway, first, what have you been playing, Brayden?
Yes. So I got a day off and I got to play a bunch of Red Dead 2.
How many hours you put into it now?
Oh, probably just 10, maybe.
10.
Yeah, I'd say more or less.
So you're just through the opening credits.
Yeah. So the title just came on the screen.
Not even the full title. He's got rare. You're still waiting for the rest of it.
It's still scrolling past.
Yeah.
But no, I am in love with this game so far.
Really?
Yeah. And the thing that's selling me on it is completely random events.
Random events or the random glitches?
Well, the glitches are funny as well, but the random events.
All right, we'll talk about random events, then I want to talk about the glitches.
All right, because when you're roaming around and everything, these tiny little blips pop up on your map, just like a little grey blip. Like you can ignore it if you want, but it'll be some random person having a conversation. Not quite that. It'll be very in your face suddenly. He pulls out his cell phone and goes, "What the hell?" But these little blips, and you hear like voice off in the distance, and it's like, "Oh, okay, I'll go over there and see what's going on." I had one the other night where a man was knelt over trying to fix his horse's horseshoe on its foot, and he was behind it. And as I came up, I'm thinking, oh, well, something's going to happen. I'm going to have to help this guy. Horse kicks the man in the head, kills him, and then the horse runs away. And there was nothing I could do about it.
You know what they call that? Murder by horse. Horse murder.
Yes.
That horse is now a wanted felon.
Yeah, the horse should have had a bounty pop up, and I should have then gone and caught the horse and handed it in.
Yeah, or just like he becomes a vigilante and he only robs people at night.
Yeah.
And then he becomes the Nightmare.
Oh, man.
Anyway, glitches.
Yes.
I had a comic book character called the Nightmare, and he was the mayor of a town, and he rode on a horse called Nightmare.
Jesus.
It was a wrestling comic where no wrestling actually happened.
Sure.
It was great.
Oh
I
my
really
God.
loved that comic. That was so much fun. Anyway.
Just getting to use that pun is fun.
Oh, it was nothing but puns. Glitches. You encountered
Yes.
any of the famous glitches that
I've had a couple. My favorite one that I have had was I was chasing a guy on my horse, and I completely missed the structure of holding up a bit of a bridge.
Right, horse ran into it.
Went straight into it. I flew off. My horse was then stuck in the bridge.
Stuck in the bridge, like it wasn't dead or
Like,
anything?
no,
or?
it wasn't dead. Like, normally you hit something and, like, the horse falls over and you fall off it and blah, blah, blah. But the horse was stuck in it. And then it eventually died. And then I also died from getting shot. And I was like, man, that was like a millisecond of greatness.
Have you read any more about the other glitches or some of the other events that are coming up? I don't want to spoil anything, but there's some cool things happening. Cool Easter eggs.
There's a thing about horses getting set on fire.
Yeah. That was on the
Yeah.
Hack the Dino Facebook page. You can thank me for spoiling that for you. But no, there's an invisible area where, like, it's at the point now where people don't know if it is supposed to be
If
in the
it's
game
real
or
or
if
not.
it's because there was a report of a guy who's out in the middle of nowhere camping, and just
Yeah.
in the distance he saw a single fire come up. Ooh. So he walked out there and eventually got to it. It took him ages to get there. He
Yeah.
eventually got to it. And he's looking around, nothing, and he just burst into flames and died. And they
Oh
go,
my
it's a
God.
glitch, it's a glitch. But now it's starting to go, well, is it? Or is it, Rockstar going, hey,
I love Rockstar.
we're going to mess with you?
Rockstar is so good with that sort of stuff.
So, yeah, I mean, have you heard anything about any of the other Easter eggs? I don't want to spoil it.
I was going to say, I had to search for footage for Hack the Dino and for Nostalgia.
Yep.
And the second you go on YouTube with Red Dead Redemption 2,
spoil.
it's spoilers or it's Easter eggs, and you can't tell what's fake and what's not.
Yep.
In a thumbnail.
Yep.
It's like, oh, that one looks fake, but it could be real. I don't know. I saw a thing about a ghost train.
Ghost Train? Oh, we should spoil. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Skip forward about a minute.
Yeah.
I haven't heard about the Ghost Train.
Okay.
Do you want me to?
Yes, go
All
for
right.
it. If it's Easter eggs, I don't care.
Yeah. Vampire.
Oh my God, nice.
But that's like you have a specific event. You have to go to
Yes.
different places, and then you actually see the vampire.
Oh my God. I love it.
UFOs.
Oh my God, of course. Of course. Well, didn't they do UFOs in GTA 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's back
Oh my God.
in 1800s form.
Sure.
So it's a steampunk UFO.
It's covered in like wood panels.
So my question is, and this will no doubt come up later on the show,
Yes.
or on later shows as we get closer to Game of the Year. Which reminds me, this is our second year anniversary. Yay us.
Hey!
Anyway, back to this.
Big two.
Uh,
The big two.
no, I
We're
often
not-
have a big two.
We're in our terrible twos.
I am a big two. Big old number two, coming to two up your twos in your
Goddamn.
bowl.
God damn.
You're number one, especially in that shirt.
I am number one.
What was I talking about?
Number two.
Number two. Big old
Coming
dunks.
up to end of the year, game
End
of the year.
Game of the Year. For me, I personally think it's still going to be God of War. Having Platinum God of War,
Yes.
I don't think Spider-Man's in contention because while it was awesome, it wasn't a 10.
It was so much fun. It's not up there for game of the year, I think.
Right.
Like, I think people will put it on their like lists and stuff of like, hey, this was one of the coolest games of the
It
year.
was fun, yeah.
But it's not quite
Still haven't finished it.
game of the year. You should.
What is it, Red Dead or God of War?
See, I really want to go back and just, I reckon if I go back and play God of War for like 10 minutes, like do New Game Plus and experience the start of the game again,
Yep.
I'll probably 100% be like, no, this is game of the year.
Dan's playing God of War at the moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think he's only in the beginning stages. I don't want to
Okay.
spoil anything, so I'm not going to say anything in case he does watch it. In fact, I think Dan's editing this episode, so I'm not going to spoil anything,
yeah.
Dan. But
Oops.
between you and me, Brayden, he said, "Oh, that guy I fought at the start, haven't seen him again."
Yep.
So moving on, I've as I said, I haven't finished
Yeah.
SpiderMan yet.
Have you played anything?
I haven't played Red Dead because I decided no, not for me. I'm
Yep.
very time poor as it is, and
Exactly.
sinking 30 hours into walking across a desert on a horse really doesn't do it for me right at this very moment.
Yeah, the travel is a long
Yeah,
time.
so I've decided I'm going to start playing Chrono Trigger again.
Nice.
Because even though I've finished that game 4 different times, I've never done the New Game Plus mode on it. It was the first game to have a New Game Plus mode.
And you still haven't gone back and done that? You've just done different playthroughs?
Well, there's 13 different endings.
Yep.
So when I used to play it, I finished it the first time and got the good ending. Then I finished it again, got a separate ending. Finished it again, got another ending. Then finished it for the 4th time, but got the same ending as the previous one. So no, that's it.
You got to be gypped feeling that.
Yeah, especially because it's like a 60-hour game.
Yeah, you do the whole thing again.
And so, you got save states. So I'm doing it on the DS at the moment.
Nice, yeah.
So I can save states and everything. So hopefully get through that. Anyway, should we go into the... Oh, you had a finger raised. You got something to add?
I can't remember what.
All right, good.
All good.
Into news. Very, very quickly, PUBG has announced that the Suicide Squad skins of Harley Quinn and the Joker are now available in the game. Yeah, I think Michael Towns, our beloved Patreon supporter Michael Towns, put it beautifully when he said PUBG. And they're thinking, what's cheaper than Thanos?
That's classic. That is such a good response to that.
Yeah, and I think he's nailed it precisely.
That is amazing.
Ridiculous.
Oh,
ridiculous.
Michael, brilliant.
And like they went the Suicide Squad ones, clearly because it sticks with the realistic version of them. But I don't know if you saw it. It's on the Facebook page. But if you saw the Joker skin,
I glanced at it and went, ugh, and rolled my eyes and then
it doesn't. It looks like it looks like a Ken doll with green hair. That's the Joker skin.
Like
the Harley Quinn one looks good.
No, I saw the Harley Quinn one though, and that was the main one I saw, and it looked like her face was tilted down too much, so she was looking like that.
Yeah, she was looking at that chicken dinner.
Down on the ground.
Yeah, because that's where they are, right? I don't know. I've never played PUBG.
Yeah.
So got me thinking, what can PUBG do to win back their players? Because it's pretty clear they have no idea what to do. Like when Fortnite first announced they were putting a battle royale in, they kicked up a huge fuss, even to the point of sour grapes, about how someone was copying their idea, which had the adverse effect because people went, "Oh, really cool? I'll check that out."
Yeah,
and they did. And Fortnite are just killing it.
Any advertising is, any news is good. What's the saying? Any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah,
publicity. You see, you got my problem now. Yeah, and Fortnite just took that and ran with it, and it's a much better game, much more fun, and a lot more cooler events because they're not set in a realistic world.
Keeps kids interested too.
You can have fun. Well, it keeps kids interested because they can kill 40-year-old men like me.
And then hear them
rage
40. About it.
I'm not 40. I do rage, though, but I don't have the microphone on. So my daughter has to sit there crying.
Oh,
not really.
A dark turn.
All right, GTA 5 has sold more than 100 million copies of that game.
Christ.
That was released 4 years ago? Almost 5, possibly?
It was on the PS3. Yeah. And so I would say 5-ish.
Yeah. So 100 million copies and still no 6 in sight. But why would you? Because Rockstar are doing such a good thing with updating with content. You had flying DeLoreans in there.
They are rolling in money.
Yeah. Well.
Oh my God. That whole...
It's not about money, Brayden.
Well, as a business, Rockstar
all right, it's about money.
Oh my God, money. This is the best.
So, can you guess, I mentioned at the top of the show, there were 2 other games in the history of video games to achieve 100 million sales. Got a guess of what the first 2 are?
Can I Dan versus the World it?
All right, Dan versus the World it.
All right.
Ask a couple of questions.
Is one of them on PC?
One of them, yes.
Okay. Was it originally released on PC?
Yes.
Yes. Was it developed by... I can't remember the bloody... Valve?
No.
No, okay. Minecraft wouldn't be up there?
Yes.
Oh,
Minecraft is one of them. The second one to reach 100 million copies sold was Minecraft. Now, can you guess number 1?
Is it like a classic retro game? Or?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Like
one of the first.
I want to... Oh, one of the first.
Yeah.
Oh, like Pong.
Oh, actually, no, I'll take that back.
I was going to say Pong?
No. I'll take that back.
Okay.
It was in the 80s.
Okay. Like, is it like the original Mario or something? Or?
No, Tetris.
Oh, yeah.
Tetris and Minecraft are the other 2 games to sell 100 million units. Damn. And now GTA 5 is up there with them.
What the hell?
Such a weird weird way.
You got a cool little puzzle game.
Went.
You've got an incredibly open world creative game for kids and adults if you want to. And then you've got, I'm going to get a hooker in my car.
Kids, Brayden means fishing.
Yes.
Get some hooks, go catch those fish.
Yeah, and then your car rocks about.
And then you release them because cruelty to animals.
And you've lost some money.
Be nice to everyone.
Yep.
It's a good thing. Be a good boy and girl. Or whatever. Be good. Be a good thing.
Hack the Dino. Be good.
2.5D. Spider-Man has announced their... Well, Spider-Man came out the other day and announced he's got DLC.
Hey, everybody.
We think it's downloadable content, but it's actually a horrible virus. Spider-Man's going to die.
I love that. Oh, my God.
Insomniac has announced Spider-Man's DLC, the second of 3. Now, slight spoilers again, so skip ahead, 2 minutes or so.
Yeah.
But they've announced the villain. It's called Turf Wars, and you're going up against Hammerhead.
Yes.
Which, fits into Felicia as well. Again, I haven't finished Spider-Man, so I haven't played the first DLC.
I have.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Good.
Yeah, and because I hadn't played Spider-Man since I platinumed it, I platinumed it, put it down because I was done with it, and then I went and played something else. Going back to Spider-Man after so long, it was like, yes, this feels so good.
Were you kind of like...
so much fun. It took me a minute.
Yeah.
It took me a serious minute. I think I lost the first fight I got in, and I was like, oh,
it's like me.
Okay, yep.
And I've been playing it religiously. I'm just really bad at games.
But yeah,
really bad.
Jumped back in, and I was just like, man, this is so good. And then the story was so good.
I want to track your dexterity with games. So like you're coming into your peak of reflexes. So
yeah, apparently.
20 years old?
20, about to turn 21.
All right. So you're coming into that 21 through to 24.
Yeah.
You're at your peak. It's all downhill from there.
It's all downhill from here.
So I'd like to get a graph, and just over the years, just plot.
Every month do a reaction test.
And then when you reach 35 and sit down and go, why isn't this working anymore?
I can't do it anymore.
Although by the time you're 35, it'll be like...
It's Minority Report.
For the podcast listeners, I'm gesturing with my hands in a non-suggestive manner.
Tom Cruise style.
That's right. But in a non-suggestive manner. Scientology. Yeah.
Jesus.
Hammerhead.
I'm really keen.
Yeah. You're a reader of the comics? Because Hammerhead's never really been sort of like a big player. He was always sort of like the henchman.
Because it's like one of the like random side bits in the main story. Like it's not a spoiler or anything. It's a random bit. But there's Tombstone in it.
Oh, awesome.
Yes.
Tombstone's awesome.
He is awesome, but it's like totally understated character.
Yeah.
And like just a dude who's like got super tough skin.
Yep.
That's it.
Like Luke Cage.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm actually like, even though he's not like the biggest guy, I think the first time I really saw Hammerhead was like when I was playing Shattered Dimensions.
Yeah.
And he was one of the noir bosses. Oh, man, that was dope.
Oh, he's great noir.
So good.
Such a noir character.
Yeah.
Anyway, what other villains would you like to see?
Who would I like to see drop suddenly?
For the big finale.
Like finale of the DLC?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do you know who I reckon?
Who?
Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Coming at you.
Yeah.
You got Norman in there. He's looking like, what's his name from West Wing?
Yeah.
And he's going to fly in on his glider and go...
Oh, man, that'd be dope. It'd be so good.
Green Goblin's one of my favourite characters. And Norman Osborn. And I'm cutting you off again. But
yep.
Yeah.
I heard a thing the other day where if you go back and watch the first Spider-Man film with Tobey Maguire, Goblin's glider totally cuts off his junk. When it pierces through him, it just... Apparently, there's a part on the glider which would totally just get him in the groin. And that's hilarious.
Fact. Here at Hack the Dino.
Yes. Yeah, I'm keen for anyone, really.
Yeah?
I love... Like, I'll say it in a way that's not spoilery for you because you haven't finished it. It's set after the main story, so there's, like, cool phone conversations that happen afterwards, and it's like, they are exploring that. That's cool. It's good fun. I loved it.
Love Triangle. King Kaiju sent me a picture.
You can't talk about that on the stream.
But it was a picture of Mary Jane in the middle,
Okay.
Black Cat to the side,
Yep.
and Gwen Stacy to the other side.
Yeah.
And it just said, boy, Peter took that F, marry, kill thing game really to heart, didn't he?
Oh my God. That's amazing.
Oh, it was. So I stole it and put it on the comedy button, and everyone loved it.
Nice. That's how comedy works.
That's right, stealing. Overwatch may be introducing more story-based content. Designer Jeff Goodman noted, this is how he sounds. We have a lot more story involving current day Overwatch with the recall and everything. So we've been talking, and I know there's this hunger to know more about the present of Overwatch and everything. Can't really reveal anything now, but something we're pursuing. So besides the fact he speaks in run-on sentences,
And didn't actually say any information.
yeah, he just sort of said, "Oh yeah, that'd be cool."
Everything and nothing and everything.
But you've seen all the movies, right?
Oh, I've seen some of them. They're gorgeous.
They are.
Oh.
Can you? I just want an animated film.
Yeah, I can.
Just give me an Overwatch animated.
Animated.
Animus. Amenity. A big dugong. Give me a big dugong with Overwatch skins. Dugong. Moving on.
Protect the sea cow.
Pokemon Let's Go. Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee is 1 week away.
Oh my god.
So that's yep. Yeah. So Brayden does a little show called Nostalgia, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
In a little bit.
So just quickly, the release schedule for this coming week: 14th is Fallout 76.
Yep.
15th is Spyro the Dragon re-release.
Yep.
16th is Pokemon Let's Go.
Yep.
So you're doing an episode for each of them?
You'll be seeing a lot of purple thumbnails on Hack the Dino this week.
Right. As opposed to last week where there were no thumbnails.
Where there were no thumbnails because no video went out.
It's all right.
Welcome, guys.
We made up for it. I chopped the show up.
I was going to say, no, and I like that. It worked really well, I think. Like having the little clips from it.
You like the model photo that I put up.
That was funny. That was very funny. That was a good choice. Yeah, it's classic. But yeah, Pokemon Go, it comes out soon.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. It looks amazing.
Yeah, do you see that Red, Blue, and Leaf are in it?
Yeah. What?
See, this guy, the internet's freaking out going, oh, well, it's not a remake.
Yeah.
Where does it fit in Pokemon continuity? Who cares?
Yeah, it doesn't matter at all.
It doesn't matter.
It's going to be so much fun.
You go, you find little animals, you throw your balls at them,
Yeah.
you stuff them in your balls, and then you get them out of the balls only when you want them to go into other balls or to kill other little animals. You monster.
Pocket.
But speaking of monsters, shiny Ponyta came out to Pokemon Go during the week, and that is a cool-looking Pokemon, and I wish I had it. You seen it?
What does it look like?
So you know Ponyta's got the flaming red mane?
Yeah.
It's like vibrant blue. It looks amazing. And then when it evolves into Rapidash, it turns grey, so it looks like smoke coming out. It's my favourite shiny, and I didn't catch one.
That sucks. That sounds cool, though. I'll have to find a photo.
Anyway, I mentioned King Kaiju Collectibles before.
Yo.
He was here previously, just hanging out, as he does, forcing people to come buy stuff. He actually stands there,
Is he not
threatening.
Is he not still here?
I don't know. He looks all threatening. He's a big man. He loves your money, and he loves the fact that you spend your money on his kaiju. Like this one here. This is King Ghidorah.
Wow.
And he's got 3 heads.
See,
He's gonna be in the next Godzilla.
I know nothing about kaiju and Godzilla. And
All
all
you
of
need
that
to know is
stuff.
that they're awesome.
Yeah, like every random one that gets put on the desk, I see it every fortnight, and it's
Did
like,
you know there was a little bit of history for you? There was an Ultraman series filmed here in Semaphore.
what?
Back in the 80s. Ultraman, great. And it's not spoken about over in Japan because no one likes it.
Fair enough.
But it was part of the reason State Bank went under back in the 80s because the Premier spent all this money to pitch and get the
Oh
Japanese
my
film
God.
studios over here to film an Ultraman series, and it bankrupted State Bank and almost the state.
Jesus Christ.
old South Australia.
That's the most Adelaide thing I've ever heard.
Spend a lot of money, doesn't work out, goes bankrupt, nothing speaks of it again. King Kaiju and I were at a Japanese festival selling his wares, and a guy came up to us, and he was really excited to see it because he was searching for an Ultraman crate because you can't get them in Japan, and he came here specifically to go to Semaphore and see where it was filmed.
Oh my God.
Isn't that insane?
That's hardcore.
Yeah.
That is hardcore.
Anyway, King Kaiju Collectibles, check him out.
Yeah.
I'd also like to take this opportunity to chew my tongue a little bit more because it's still intact. But then I'd also like to thank our Patreon supporters. Thank you, everyone who supports us over at patreon.com/hackthedino. And I'd like to give a big hug and kiss to all our $10 Patreons, Karen and Ash, Ashraf, Steph, Luke, Henry, and Michael. You guys are awesome, and I love you.
Thank you.
You're the best.
Thank you.
And anytime you want anything plugged, you just let us know and we'll plug it.
He'll plug anything.
We'll plug it all up. There'll be no more leaks. And you'll probably expand and explode with awesomeness. Because you're plugged so much.
Your revenue from our advertisements.
Sure, why not? Hang on,
Ding.
I've got a cough.
Nice.
You're welcome. All right, topic of the show.
Dan, just throw something over that sound.
No, don't. I think it adds something to the podcast. And that something is phlegm.
Oh, I was going to say realism.
Yeah.
No.
Realistic phlegm.
All right, we have a list here.
I call them oysters.
I'm never eating oysters ever again.
You sure? I've got one just over there on the wall. Sort of sliding down slowly. See, Dan keeps me in check. Now that Brayden's here, I'm just going crazy.
Yeah, because there's no way to rein it in.
No,
at all.
I think more it's Dan is such an out there personality. I have to rein him in.
Yeah. So
now that you're controlling,
I was gonna say. So now you go a bit crazy. He goes very crazy, and then you go too crazy. Pull it back. Whereas now it's like, oh, Brayden's just really toned down and chill the whole time. So now you get to go for it. You get to go nuts.
This isn't nuts.
No.
This is...
I'd be terrified.
Yeah. Anyway,
This list.
So I thought having you on this side of the camera, we would find out a little bit more about you and what you think about stuff. Now you're a young man, almost 21.
Yeah, which in comparison of like everything in the video game industry is very young.
Well, when I look back, I realise, oh, hang on, because I was born in 1981, which is, I think, only a couple of years before your dad. So
no,
after your dad.
After, yeah, just a bit after.
Because that would be weird.
That'd be crazy.
Anyway, I was basically there for sort of almost the birth of video games.
Yeah.
Because it started sort of like in the 60s and found a lot of prominence in the 70s. Then the crash happened.
Yeah.
And I came in just as we were coming out.
Yeah, just as stuff was starting to get
back up.
cool again.
Yeah. So I came in at the birth of Nintendo. Well, Nintendo coming in and taking the world by storm. I was there for the console wars. I lost an arm.
Sorry, I like that joke. That's good.
But we got through it, and Nintendo reigned supreme.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so vehemently with Nintendo.
The PTSD whenever the word Sega is said is constant.
It's fine. Anyway, so I had a lot of games that I enjoyed playing growing up, and I thought I'd rattle off a couple for you to just give me your thoughts on.
Here we go. Here we go.
So, no particular order, Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64. Have you ever played that?
I have.
Sorry.
When I was little, I had a neighbor who had a 64 and a GameCube.
Right.
That was my only in on Nintendo until the DS and the Wii.
Right.
That's how young I was. And playing like all of those random games that they had some crap. But then it was like,
hey, whoa,
no,
hey.
I'm saying like
what?
My neighbors.
What?
I don't know what they had. I was bloody 4. Yeah, exactly. But man, yeah, I really liked the 5 minutes I got to play of Mario 64 because then I would get called back over to my own house because dinner was ready.
Why did you go over?
No,
not even that. It was like
they were playing other games.
Brayden wasn't liked by his neighbours, so whenever he came over, they just sort of like one of them went out there and went, "Brayden, time for dinner."
Call my mum, just be like,
but it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It's like, dinner time,
no,
Brayden.
It's dinner now.
That's really accurate.
Get him away from us, please.
Sounds like Brayden. So he thinks it's even now.
She's always very far away.
Brayden, can you come over to the comic store, please?
And on the other side of a wall.
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, and going back and playing Odyssey and like getting the skin and everything, I was like, oh, that's great. Yeah, and then you get the little secret level where you can go in and it's like it looks like Mario 64.
Spoilers.
I like that.
Okay. Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger, I have not played.
Right.
Now, which console was this on? Sorry.
Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo.
Never released in Australia.
Damn,
Up until
really?
it came, it was Japan and the US only.
Ooh.
I played it when it first came out because I got a converter at the video game store, the VHS store,
Nice.
where we used to hire games back in the day.
Oh my god. Hey, I was around for the death of Blockbuster. I remember going to Blockbuster and renting like Fallout 3 and crap. It was great.
Yep. I was there for the ride. I was there when you had to pay $80 for a membership.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I was at the point where they were like, "Come in, please."
I was also there for when they fire sold all their VHSs and all their video games.
Nice.
Ocarina of Time. Still got Movie Land engraved on it.
Yeah.
Chrono Trigger didn't come out here.
Yeah.
Until
So
it came out to the DS. Oh, I think it also came out with Final Fantasy VII in a disc bundle for the PS1, which I'm trying to get my hands on. And Akira Toriyama, because he designed those characters,
I know what
Anime
I
cutscenes.
I now know what this game is. I was trying to like picture what it was in my head because I've heard people talk about Chrono Trigger forever.
Yeah.
And when you said that, it was like, oh, it's that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So good. Such a good game.
It's a JRPG.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said that very strangely.
That's all right. At least you didn't say Spotify. Stupid.
Spotify.
Spotify, because I
love
like
that.
to enunciate my T's.
Excellent. I love it.
All right, Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo. Have you ever played that?
Not Super Nintendo.
Okay,
I
I
played 64.
I
because
played
that was
the
great fun.
Super Nintendo. That was my jam.
Yeah?
If I had it worked out, I could do Mushroom Cup in 15 minutes, all the races. So if ever I had 15 minutes to spare before I had to go somewhere, I'd plug that in and go
Oh
for
my
it.
god. That's classic.
Yeah, I was always Koopa Trooper.
Nice.
And I plugged it in because the SNES Mini came out and was on there.
Yeah.
I plugged that in to play with my daughter. And she sat there complaining, going, "Oh, my eyes, these graphics are hurting my eyes. This is awful."
Those jagged edges were hurting her eyes.
And I went, go to your room. But then Mr. A Game said the same thing when they played it on the stream. So, Mr. A Game, when you're on here, when
How
you
old is
get you on
he?
here,
Is he a baby too?
no, I think he's your age.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I haven't played it, so it might hurt my eyes. I don't know.
All right. Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter 2, I have played at an arcade once.
Really?
Yeah, and it was awesome. Cause at the time it's like, oh man, this looks so old, and it's like I don't know not to say that anymore, but it was fun. I'm not good at fighting games
Neither am I.
at all, but they're just so much fun to play when you've got someone else to actually I think I was with my cousin and
Yep.
we just played it a bit. And they had a bunch of different machines, so we got to try a bunch of old stuff. It was great.
See, I think Street Fighter 2 came out when I was sort of like 12, 13.
That's right, yes.
And we had a skating rink near me. So I used to go to the skating rink each weekend
Yeah.
with my friends and not skate. We'd just go to the arcade that
Hop
had
in
Street Fighter
straight there.
and just play Street Fighter for the whole 3 hours. It was amazing.
Damn.
And I swore that one day I'd have one of those arcade machines in my house. And guess what? I have one of those, almost the exact one from my memory in my house.
That's so satisfying.
It really is.
Did you get it? And it was like, this is literally a dream come true.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
100% it was. It was amazing.
That's so cool.
All right, so Mortal Kombat 2.
Mortal Kombat 2?
Yep.
I'm not sure. I know I've played a Mortal Kombat of one of the older ones, and then I played it again when they did that recent reboot.
The
thing.
reboot.
Yeah.
So which Mortal Kombat was it? Name some of the characters.
I don't know
Scorpion.
anyone. I was gonna say I don't know anyone other than the main couple. Then
Alright.
that's it. So I can no help with this.
Mortal Kombat 2 was by far a next level up.
Yeah.
Our local game store had a Mortal Kombat 1 machine, and when Mortal Kombat 2 came out, they got that as well.
Ooh.
So, every day after school,
Everyone was there.
straight up there.
That's so cool.
And I found a way to cheese it. You just do the sweep.
Sweep the leg.
Yep. Whole time.
Oh my
No
God.
one could beat me. It was great.
Yeah, I'm a little sad that I missed all this time where
You should be.
you
Those games were
rush
amazing.
and everyone's trying to get to the machine first, and whereas now it's everyone's just on their phones and no one cares anymore.
Yep. All right. Did you ever play DuckTales?
DuckTales, woo! I have when they did that
The remaster?
that remaster of it, and it was this is awesome.
Yeah, originally came out on the
So cool.
Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yeah.
Anus.
Anus.
Awesome game. Again, one of my sister's friend's dads had it,
Nice.
and
So
I used-
somehow you get your hands
yeah,
on
I
it.
just ended up going over there playing that and Snake Rattle and Roll a lot. But yeah, awesome. If you haven't seen the TV series, the new one, get it, David Tennant.
So good. I need to keep watching that. Damn it.
Goldeneye.
Goldeneye, I have played. Yes. Yes. Goldeneye.
Were you Oddjob?
No, I didn't know about the odd job thing at the time. Looking back on it now, I'm pretty sure two of my friends were like fighting over it to be like, yeah, I want to be odd job.
Yep.
And I think they were like, no one can be odd job. And I was like, okay, sure, I don't care.
I used to be Oddjob, and I wouldn't bother with a gun. I'd
Yeah.
just go underneath them and just slap their knees because I am a bastard.
Monster. I just want to watch
Who's
the world
not
burn.
very good at games, so has
It
to
was great
get
fun.
any advantage.
It was so much fun.
I mean, you play it nowadays, and it's a bit
Oh,
rough.
yeah. Just the part that confuses me is like when I was playing it was like, what the hell is with the side life bar and ammo bar? Like, what?
You know, you can get those watches.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I've seen that. That's hilarious.
What's even better is, well, when I say better, I mean awful. They remade GoldenEye a couple of years back for the Wii, and it came with the golden controller and everything. And I got really excited, pre-ordered it, grabbed it, put it in, and they redid all the mechanics. So it didn't play like GoldenEye. I played it for about 10 minutes and went, this is trash.
Yeah.
And never touched it again.
You bought it though?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It was one of my favourite games.
Yeah.
My friend and I used to spend every day after school playing it.
That's crazy.
I played a lot of video games as a kid.
Yeah.
All right, Majora's Mask.
I have not.
No?
No. Everyone always talks about the Zelda games. Now, some of them are rubbish and some of them are gold. And I have just never...
There's two that aren't very good.
Okay.
Only two.
Okay. I've just
They're
never...
the two I've never finished.
I've never had real access to much Zelda. And I think, like, when you're younger... Like, when I was younger, at least, I wasn't as...
So, last week.
Committed. True. I wasn't as committed to, like, oh, yes, I'm going to explore this whole world and everything. I played a lot of, like, story stuff. Like quick story stuff.
Yep.
Whereas, yeah, I think at the time it was like, oh, that's a massive RPG.
It's not really an RPG.
Isn't it?
You don't level up.
Don't you?
No, there's no numbers.
Oh.
You're slashy.
Yeah, I've seen all the...
It's like Breath of the Wild.
I've seen, like... I have seen footage of different ones now. I can't differentiate what one's what. I just know that's an old Zelda. That's a slightly less old Zelda.
So Majora's Mask was the one where you put on masks and you transform into that creature.
The purple thing? Is that
that's Majora's Mask.
Yes. I've seen, like, toys of that.
Anyway, that's a great game.
Okay.
It's really, really good. The first dungeon, like the Deku Scrub, it's a little rough, but once you get through there, it is such an amazing game.
Starts off with some sandpaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, no, we're going to scrub out all the people who aren't hardcore enough to do this.
No, just people who
Don't deserve
spent their teenage years playing video games instead of going out and being cool. But look at me now. Bald and wearing a Doctor Who / Mario Brothers crossover top.
Oh my God. You really sold it.
I don't care. I've got a kid.
Own your truth.
I've passed on my favourable characteristics.
You're done.
We're done, humanity. Do whatever the hell I want.
God damn it.
Okay. Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue. Yeah.
Yeah, now this is slightly closer to my time. Like,
I was 14.
so when were they originally released in English? Like
over here?
yeah,
Early 90s.
early 90s. Okay, because I know that I have a slightly older cousin, and that's generally where I learnt about everything. And
Birds and bees.
not quite. More like Dragon Ball Z's. But yeah, I think the earliest Pokemon I saw, like actually physically in front of me in my hand, was
Holy crap, you saw an
Silver?
actual Pokemon?
yes, was Silver. I think
That was just a bird.
is it Silver?
Why are you
Is
trying
the
to
one I'm
stuff it
thinking
into a
of?
tennis ball, you monster?
Silver and Silver the second one?
Silver? Yeah, silver and gold.
Yeah, Silver. So I saw Silver. That was the first one I saw, and then the first one I owned wasn't until like I think Emerald on Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, right.
That was the first one I saw. But then since then I've gone back and like played like emulated versions of like the original.
Emulation.
Yeah.
This guy.
Because I don't have an original Game Boy.
Well, if only you knew someone who had like 20 of them.
If only I could. buy
Don't
one.
touch them.
Exactly. I can't.
They're to
ask
look
for
at,
one.
and that's it.
But yeah, I've played emulations of it and everything. It's like, yeah, this is great fun. Like I could totally see where they've gone from there.
You know, you can purchase them for your DS now.
Can you?
Yeah.
I don't have. Oh no, the only DS I have is a DS Lite.
Oh. If only you knew someone. But no, they're great. Did you ever do Masingo?
Masingo?
Yeah.
No.
Ooh, we'll talk about Masingo at a later time.
Okay.
I wonder what for.
Oh.
Super Mario World.
Super Mario. Now, Super Mario. I think I had Super Mario World 2 on Game Boy.
Right.
Is that right? Game Boy Advance.
Hang on, I've got to remember which, because those
Mario
Game Boy
World.
Advance numbers are all messed up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I would use my phone, but it's there. Yeah, I had some random Super Mario World on my Game Boy, and I loved it. I played it heaps.
Yeah.
I can't remember what one it was though.
It's the one with the cape.
Yes. Yep. That's the one.
Yep, the yellow cape.
I played that
And
so
Yoshi.
much. Oh man, it was so good.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Did you get all the levels and the stars and everything?
I don't think I finished it.
No?
No.
I did.
What happens when you finish it?
You go to Star World, the special world, and you run along, and it's spelled out. When you get to the last one, spoiler alert for a 25-year-old game, you run along the screen because it's a side scroller,
Yeah.
and then in coins it spells out on the top, "You are a super player."
Nice.
So I'm a super player.
And that was it.
All right, Super Mario Brothers.
Like original Super Mario
Original.
Bros. I think I went back and played it at one point randomly, and I was like, man, this has come far.
That was my favorite game of all time.
I went back and played it on the Switch.
Oh, okay, yeah, of course.
So I actually went and played it on the Switch, and I was like, you can't go backwards.
No.
It tripped me up so much.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, because I just like, I think I missed a coin or something, and I was like, oh, go back and quickly get that. And I went, and I was like,
Nope.
what's going on? It just doesn't work.
Always look forward.
Yeah.
Never
yeah.
back.
That's the Mario mindfulness.
That's right. And what about Mario 3? Did you play that at all?
Mario 3.
That's also on the Switch.
I don't think I played Mario 3.
No?
No. Which one was that one?
Raccoon Tail.
Oh, no. I always saw the art for it and wanted it and never got it.
You should. It's on the Switch now.
Yeah?
Switch Online.
Okay.
It's probably the best Mario game there is.
Okay.
Like,
Cool.
it's really good.
Cool.
If you want to find out where the warp whistles are, simply look at the hit film The Wizard.
What?
You know the film The Wizard?
Yeah.
That came out basically as a promo piece for Super Mario Bros. 3. And they revealed one of the warp whistle locations in the grand finale of that game. I freaked out when I saw that.
That's amazing.
It was great.
What? Oh, man.
They used the Power Glove.
That was a different time.
I have a Power Glove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Nintendo Power Glove.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it. That's
Cool. I
what we thought.
like that sort of segment because it brings up a lot of
Because it's about you.
nostalgia. Hey everybody, I host a show here on Hack the Dino called Nostalgia. Please don't stop recording. It's called Nostalgia. We talk about the original games in a series before the new one comes out. So next week, when this video is live and everything, there's going to be heaps coming out.
3.
Because there's a bunch. I just recorded with Paul from Infinite Worlds, a massive Fallout fan. So we're going to be talking about, well, we already have, but you'll see it soon for Fallout. And then there's also going to be a little Spyro one. And then there's also going to be a Pokemon one. And I'm going to have someone you might recognize.
It's me.
It's Ben.
It's me.
It's Ben. I don't know who else I would ever be able to get.
Basically, when Brayden said he was going to do it, I said, I'm taking that one.
Yeah, it's like, no.
Oh, but no, I'm taking that
I
one.
need that one.
You're fired if I'm not taking that one.
So you'll be able to see Ben's mug when that comes live on, I think it comes out on Friday.
Yeah,
doesn't
next
it?
Friday.
Gee, it's so close.
Have fun with that one. That's why Dan's editing this show, and
Yeah.
I'm editing the other stuff we filmed.
Yeah, and then
So it'll be fun.
It's gonna be crazy, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good, and I'm really enjoying that as a little show and everything. Our Red Dead episode, I think, has been our
Doing very well.
biggest one. So it's convenient because they are all released at the exact time people are searching for those games.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought? It's almost like the concept was to drive traffic towards our website. Who would have
Maybe.
Speaking of driving traffic towards our website, here's some viewer questions.
That's it.
Once again, if you've got a question about anything at all that we can answer, head on over to facebook.com/hackthedino and drop us a line there, or on any of the social things, Twitter, Instagram. We're getting a lot through Instagram lately, which is awesome. So thank you to everyone who added us on Instagram. We're
Keep it up
almost
on-
at 700 followers.
Oof.
It's not that impressive, but whatever. I don't care.
It's better than 50.
It's true. Anyway, first question comes from Frank Allen, and he would like to know, give us your top 3 NPCs of any game. I reckon we'll just do 3 between us, otherwise it's going to get way too hard.
I was going to say, I'm going to sit here thinking forever.
Exactly.
Favorite NPCs? Ooh.
Now, for those of you who don't know what an NPC is, Brayden?
They are the non-player characters in a game.
Oh, I thought it was non-penguin colours. Anyone without any penguin colours is an NPC.
Man, so everyone in a suit is not an NPC.
Correct. So what's your favourite non-penguin colour?
Non-penguin coloured.
Mine's green.
Yeah. No, I like green. Do you have an actual first answer for this? Because I'm still racking my brain for thinking of one.
So one that I always used to laugh my ass out over is in Street Fighter 2 in Ken's stage, where everyone's cheering him.
Yeah.
Oh no. Is it Ken's stage? Yeah, it is Ken's stage. Ken's stage or Guile stage? No, Ken's stage. And this is going to be really, really hard for the podcast listeners. But there's a guy in the background, and if you watch him, he's trying to click his fingers like this.
Okay.
But because the animation was so bad, he's doing this. And it's a gesture, podcast listeners. Which is
he's holding his elbow out
and making a rather phallic gesture.
Yes.
And as a teenage boy,
that was the best thing ever.
I used to be in tears. That guy was awesome.
That's classic.
I
do like that. I reckon I have a really soft spot because I absolutely loved him as I was growing up. For Ratchet and Clank.
Yep.
Like the series, I loved it. So like everyone who ended up being on like the Q-Force and everything, they're just, the humor they use is great. I love it. And just the random, the weird designs that they all got, and then just how absurd Captain Quark as a character was.
Right.
Where he's just like big and bodacious and, yes, me, I'm the best, but he's like terrible.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I like Ratchet and Clank.
And finally, whenever I hear people talk about NPCs, I just hear Alana Pierce going, "What, you going to stand there looking like a lemon?" For those of you who listen to the IGN podcast when Alana was still there, that's all she did. Pretty much every second or third episode, she would... Was it from The Witcher?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Witcher.
You going to sit there looking like a lemon?
That's the thing, though. Those massive games have weird NPCs.
Yeah.
Like, you get some weird... Because they just go, oh, no one's going to see this character. Let's just go crazy with them.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
They're cool.
Red Dead 2, I just stumbled across a very, very large man in his denim trouser things. Overalls. And his sister, who invited me in, got me drunk, stole my money, and then I had to go and find him and kill them.
James Hodgson asks, what is best condiment?
What is best condiment?
What is best condiment?
I love the wording. Like a good hot sauce.
A hot sauce?
Yeah, I like
I'm not a hot
sauce.
sauce fan. I don't do chilies.
Okay.
Well, I found recently, because I never liked spicy stuff, so I stayed away from all the really
that makes
chili
sense
type
for why you don't
stuff.
like hot sauce.
Yeah. And then I was eating something one day, and I can't remember who I was with, but they go, "Oh, geez, that's got some spice to it." I'm like, "Oh, really?"
Okay.
Tasting anything. Maybe I'm heaps masculine.
Whoa.
And then I realised who I was and went, "Nah, that's
that's not possible.
That's not it."
No.
I just have really... I've been working out my taste buds.
Yeah.
With my tongue.
Yeah, what if the
pull-ups.
reason you don't like spicy stuff is because you haven't realised you're already eating spicy stuff?
Maybe I'm just too hot.
Damn.
I'm going to go tomato sauce. Because
nice.
I'm Australian.
Australia, mate.
I live in Australia.
Australia.
And we put tomato sauce
on
everything, mate. My mother
Yeah.
puts tomato sauce on potato salad. Now, for those of you who don't know, in America, what potato salad is, it's chunks of potato cooked, then cooled, then dipped in mayonnaise. And she puts tomato sauce on it. My mother, ladies and gentlemen. It's all right, she doesn't watch. She doesn't care. Clay Ashland asks, what is the dumbest and or easiest way to impress a person you want to date? Brayden.
I was in a musical at
To impress a
school.
girl?
Not to impress a girl, but it did end up impressing a girl. And so I was in a musical at school, and then from that ended up like being like, the teachers were like, "Hey, you're really good. Like, you should try and do year 12 drama in year 11." And then so that girl was helping me.
Did you date an older woman?
Yeah, my girlfriend is like, she was in the year
Oh,
level
is it
above
your
me.
current girlfriend?
Yeah.
Sorry. I say current. Oh, it's your girlfriend.
Yeah.
She doesn't watch this, does she?
Oh,
Dan, cut that.
Nah,
Michaela, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
It
It's
was...
fine. Yeah. But yeah, something
Meg
like that.
Lark asks...
Oh, no, actually, no. She did tell me this, and this is a great story. Around the school, where I went to school, there were heaps of stairs everywhere, and I would always slide down the handrail. Like,
oh, cool dude.
I know, right?
Did you put your hat backwards and then land on a skateboard?
Not quite. I wish. That would be impressive.
would
But no,
be, actually.
I just did this. I don't know why, but like the school pants were perfect for it. And so I would just slide down because I was like, I can't be screwed walking down these stairs.
She mistook laziness for coolness.
Exactly. No, but apparently, this is something I didn't know. Apparently, other people at school saw me doing this, and like I'd have my backpack on and everything, so I'd be like off balance, but I'd do it perfectly every time. And apparently, everyone was like, "Damn, how does he do that?"
You sit on the thing and you slide
Yeah,
down.
and I was like, "This is me being lazy, and it's impressing people."
Sweet. That's
Yeah.
good life lesson.
Yeah.
Follow that, kids.
Be lazy.
Be
You'll
lazy.
impress someone.
Everything works out. Fine. Not a problem. It's bad life advice. So, in all honesty,
Yes.
just go up to the person and go, "Hey, I like you. Let's go out."
Confidence.
And if they say no, okay, I accept that.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Respect and enough
Yeah,
confidence
easy.
to not be a dick.
Easy as that.
Yeah.
Like, don't do all this playing around crap because it's not good for anyone. Just say hi. How you going? Let's go out and get a Chico roll.
Maybe don't say that. Unless they're already eating one and you know they're a fan.
For our American listeners,
Boy.
a Chico roll is a thing of deep fried animal
Just
with tomato sauce.
maybe. It might be an
It
animal.
might
we
be an
don't
animal.
know.
It could be bark chips off the side of the road. Science is yet to prove. Meg Lark asks, "What will your tombstone say?"
Rip in peace.
Really? Mine will say, I tried.
Eh.
Alex Laurent asks, "How many push-ups can you do?"
Man, I used to be terrible. But between 5 and like 5 and 30, I would say.
5 and 30.
Somewhere in there, depending on what kind of day I'm having. Like, is it a good day or a bad day? Like, did I eat really unhealthily the day before? Or am I feeling good?
Do you regularly do push-ups?
Well, the past couple weeks, the past like month or two, I've actually been going to a training. Mm-hmm. So like I'm healthier than what I was.
Right.
So I probably can do more than what I used to.
Good.
So I do them
strength.
semi-regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do 50 a day, minimum.
Jesus. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that.
And finally, Joe Rosenthal asks, "What's the best gift for under $20? Joe Rosenthal's my sister. And Christmas is coming up. So screw you, Joe Rosenthal.
Oh, I love that so much. That's perfect. I don't know.
Actually, Kmart's got some pretty cool stuff at the moment.
Yeah. Oh
Just
my
go
God.
check that out.
Anything from Kmart. Like
Yeah.
Kmart is like
Kmart's like Walmart over in the
Sponsor us,
States.
Kmart, because like
Yeah, I'm sure they need it.
yeah, like we can rave about your products forever. I'll introduce a segment, like a separate segment on the channel, which is just myself and my girlfriend buying and reviewing random Kmart products.
Why don't you do that anyway? It'd probably get better views than this. You can catch us on Spotify,
Hey, he said it.
iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play if you like listening to us with your ear holes. Or you can check us out on YouTube where
And
we
turn the
upload-
volume down and just watch us.
Yeah.
It'd be excellent comedy.
Yeah, we'll put up those old screens like in the silent films.
Yes.
Remind me to show you a
my
sketch that we
God.
filmed once for community TV.
Okay.
It's one of my favourite sketches I've ever written. It was great. But yeah, there, Patreon, check us out, patreon.com/hackthedino. Thank you once again to all our patrons. We really appreciate everything you do. But special thank you to all the $10 ones who support us at a $10 level.
Yeah.
Their names again.
Their names are here.
Karen and Ash, Ashraf, Steph, Luke, Henry, and Michael. Thank you guys. We really appreciate it all.
Thank you so
you're
much.
awesome.
You make this show still happen.
You make sure Brayden gets paid. Because without you, he doesn't.